Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys that from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone. And he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.
Hey.
This is the most mature audiences only shit you've ever heard. Period. From Boston. Broadcasting all over the world. Send the soy boys home. 'Cause we ain't gonna sugarcoat shit.
Drop down, let me give it to you.
This is the Joe Cronin Show. Now, here's Joe Cronin. Joe Cronin.
How's everybody doing? A little weird AEW tonight, man. That was a weird AEW, I gotta tell you. It was a show, you know, and it was a little bit okay, I guess, but man, it was just kind of blah tonight. I don't know if everybody felt that way, but I did not. You know. And Moxley bled again, man. I mean, is this just like every week? Every week, John Moxley's gonna bleed. Every single week, John Moxley is gonna bleed, guys. Well, I don't know. I mean, I was, you know, I gotta be honest. I watched it, but I don't think I've ever been this distracted before or in a while for an AEW show. Like, I found myself, I kept checking my Twitter. I kept looking on here. I kept checking on the Star Trek news about Star Trek Picard tonight, 3 a.m. my time, midnight, whatever you want to say, wherever you are. I mean, I was looking up sports news in between, like even while things were happening. Like, I just was not fully focused tonight. Several times my mind was taken off of this show because I don't know, man, they just didn't quite have it all together to me tonight. I mean, it was all right, I guess, but it was just missing stuff. I don't know what that stuff was, but woo! How you guys doing tonight? Hope everybody's feeling good. If you want to hop in the Discord, I will have it open tonight, and I'm speaking to you if you are one of the people that oh my God. If you're one of the people that wants to be on the show like Mustafa, Dan Kennedy, or, Luke Rojas, I'm ready for you if you want. I'm ready to go right in the beginning, I'm ready to do it. Got to get my notes ready here. Got to get my notes ready, everybody. My notes are getting ready. We're getting ready with the notes for tonight's AEW. Hit the like button if you guys can. We're finally live here on JCS. It's a weird day. I don't feel too good. I got to be honest. I have a bit of an infection tooth. I had my tooth worked on today. Infection type of thing. I got some antibiotics rolling out. I feel like shit. So I will be on for about an hour. You got me for an hour here tonight before this medication probably wears off and I don't feel too good. I could be Jake DeMarco, though, and having my jaw sawed in half. I mean, like, dude, it's like he's asked me how I'm doing, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing so good. I got a tooth thing, and something's fucked up, and it sucks. But, and then Jake is like, oh, yeah, well, they're taking my jaw apart for an infection, and it's fucking crazy. So, Jake, and listen, seeing the pictures he sent me of what they did to his face, bro, I almost cried. And I did a little bit, but it really hurt me to see him in that sort of pain and situation. So that was hard to watch and hard to see and find out. So just wishing Jake all the best tonight after his couple of jaw surgeries and teeth removal. I thought I was fucked, and I don't even hold a candle to that. My jaw, my chin, my teeth, everything kind of hurts and feels weird, and I got all this stuff that needs to be done, but good Lord, man, the guy is being sawed into like a fucking fresh fucking pine. You know what I mean? So, oh shit! Oh my God! Wait a second. In my wildest fantasy, somewhere just beyond my reach, there's someone reaching back for me, racing on the thunder. The Soundwave 92, dropping $40. Superman to sweep me off my feet. Look at the Sandman getting jacked off. Oh my goodness. Enough for a hero till the end of the night. And he's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast. He's gotta be fresh from the fight. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the morning light. Oh yeah. He's gotta be sure. He's gotta be soon. He's gotta be larger than life. Larger than life. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night.
One of the worst dynamites in a while. Laredo never getting another show after that shit show. Sorrel spraying Tony's ass was the lone highlight for me next to MJF promo, but them saying best in the world was another stab at Punk coming back. 4/10.
He's got to be coming back now. Don't you guys think Punk's coming back now? I mean, like, what is going on? Otherwise, like, what is this? Unbelievable. The Soundwave 92 dropping a $40 big one. All you guys got to do is hit the like button in the chat, if you guys can do that. Let me put the donation link up. Somebody just asked. I'm sorry I haven't had the donation link up. Here is the donation link. Soundwave, thank you, man. I was so distracted tonight as well. The show just could not hold my attention, man. That's the one thing I can say is, man, this show did not hold my attention. So, and I think it's the show's fault. I don't think it's my fault, and I'm not the only one that has said this. And now you're saying it, and several other people have said it. Tonight did not. And listen, with all the stuff going on in the world, I get it. I mean, guys, listen. We found out that 4 days ago, they were going to be releasing the Epstein List. And I'm not talking about the flight logs of who's gone to the island, because tons of innocent people have gone to the island. But the actual list is coming out, right? We all know what happened when the goddamn flight logs came out. Well, so far we've got this is what's happened in the last 5 days. Alien UFO spy balloons, right? Snow in Las Vegas. A couple of active shooters, mass shootings. Hazardous chemical explosion second to Chernobyl, and then followed by multiple other train derailments. A military craft went down, and just now a meteor has struck Texas. I mean, and then there's probably one or two other things I'm leaving out that I'm forgetting that just happened, but there's been a zillion things going on this week, all during the week that the fucking list is supposed to come out. So that's just fucking bizarre. So I get it. Some people are a little bit distracted. There's so much weird fucking news out there right now, and maybe some people did not get to see all of AEW Dynamite tonight because they were running wild on Twitter with all the shit going down on Twitter and everything. And Moxley is bleeding again. Snow happens more in Vegas than you think. I guess you're right, but the snow and the wind in Vegas, it was all over the place. So even news outlets just covering it like it was like they'd seen Barefoot's dick. The news was covering Las Vegas's winter, fucking their weather the last 2 days. They covered Vegas's weather the last couple of days like they saw Bigfoot's dick. Like I was like, wow. Like you would think that Bigfoot pulled out a pink cock. And they were just jerking off, dude. It was crazy. So there's all kinds of shit going down. And very weird. It's not like all this type of news doesn't always happen. I mean, it doesn't in some ways, but there's a lot of goofy things. But I also think that, I think some people kind of like they watched AEW tonight and they were like, all right, this is what we got. All right.
With Nurtec ODT,
I think they were looking for a little bit more, some people tonight. I think it was lacking. I think this is one of the probably one of the top 20 worst episodes of AEW Dynamite of ever. So whatever that means to you, it's one of the worst that they've ever produced. And I don't think necessarily that that's still like for AEW this is like a 4 or 3 out of 10. But for a wrestling show comparing it to Raw, I actually think Raw had more. Raw wins as far as the entertaining segments of the week. I can't believe it, but this is one of the first times in a while, guys. I'm telling you right now, this is one of the first times in a while that Raw has really had the more entertaining segments compared to the two of them. So I think I gave Raw like a 5 or something, I want to say. AEW had the better wrestling tonight, and they had the Wardlow thing kind of. That was pretty good. But, man, I don't know. I gave Raw a 5, or I couldn't decide between a 5 and a 6 for Raw. But, like, this had some wrestling, and it had a little bit of promo stuff. I have to give tonight's AEW one of the worst ratings I've ever given AEW, and I'm going to give it a 5, which I think Raw wins with a 5.5 out of 10. So, guys, I literally think for the first time in a while, I think I'm giving Raw a 0.5 better than this because the promo stuff and the storylines were better than what I saw tonight on AEW. Which is, it's very close, but I'm surprised, but I'm going to do that, I think. I can't believe it, guys. Mark it down. Where's all the people, the WWE people that are like, oh, you just hate WWE, you never, whatever the fuck. Well, I think WWE wins this week for the first time in maybe a year. I think I've only picked WWE over AEW 3 or 4 times ever. And like I said, this is one of those times. Soundwave, thank you for the donation, my friend. A big donation from Soundwave. Soundwave92 dropping $40. My keyboard's fucked up, man. I don't know what's wrong with it. That is the top donation of the stream. And congratulations to Leah, my wife, on becoming Monetize This champion on Monetize This 400. If you guys missed it, go watch Monetize This episode 400. It's got some pretty good stuff on it. And you can also witness that. And someone's going to have to take that belt off my wife. SmackDown is better than both, says Steven. You're probably right. I mean, SmackDown has nights where I just don't care, but SmackDown also has nights where it's like, okay, that was really pretty good. And yes, SmackDown usually beats Raw now. SmackDown does usually beat Raw. That's for sure. You're right about that. So yeah, we're in agreement on that. SmackDown beating Raw mostly. I'd say 90% of the time. And of course, Moxley bleeds. Again. This fucking motherfucker is always bleeding. Like, this guy, at this point, it's obviously some kind of joke or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? With somebody. And I don't know. Something's always going down. You know what I love doing? I love going outside in the middle of the night and pissing on myself. I love that. No, I'm just kidding. This guy on Twitter, funny little thing. He's got a bingo card, and it's fucking hilarious. I'll show it to you guys in a little bit. But the first thing I want to do is pull up what happened tonight and get the card out, because if I don't have the card in front of me, I'll go all over the place with my AEW Dynamite review. So let me go ahead and pull it up. Discord is up. If you want to join, jump on Discord and let me know if you want to be a part of the show tonight. Let me just get my AEW Dynamite setup going here. So I need to play tonight. Of course, I did want to mention we haven't talked about it yet, and I haven't made a mention to it, and I actually should have put it in the title, but rest in peace, Jerry Jarrett. I mean, this guy, we haven't talked about him. I didn't make a video today. This is a huge legend in the wrestling business. This guy, the effect that Jerry Jarrett had on the wrestling industry and the Jarrett family is, of course, unbelievable. Massively legendary, and he is an absolute legend that will live forever in the history of wrestling. And Jerry Jarrett was so pivotal and important in so many different things as far as wrestling goes, the world of wrestling. So I Jeff Jarrett coming out there tonight to wrestle, that's what Dad would want. And the best thing too is I did hope that the crowd might have, and maybe they did, because there were times where I wasn't listening to the crowd as much tonight, and that played into a little bit of the issue too tonight when I was walking away and doing things. But I was hoping the crowd would light it up with some Jerry chants and things like that. But rest in peace to Jerry Jarrett. And then at the same time, awesomely, the Acclaimed got to throw his name out there at the beginning of the show. So let's listen to that rap now.
Speaking of champions, these are the former champions.
Listen! Yo, Jeff, I heard the news, man, that's too bad. Your dad was a legend, but you just a douchebag. I'm coming in hot like an asteroid. You're a nepotism baby like the Ass Boys.
He got the fucking asteroid reference. The fucking asteroid just crashed into Texas, and this motherfucker got the asteroid reference in just now. A military plane also crashed as well. Incredible.
I heard the news, man, that's too bad. Your dad was a legend, but you just a douchebag. I'm coming in hot like an asteroid. You're a nepotism baby like the Ass Boys. How was Valentine's at your compound? Getting no play. It's TNA lockdown. There's no point in fighting back. When we done with y'all, we gonna get the titles back.
Woo! Scissor me, baby.
Scissor me, daddy ass!
There it is. Well, Taz,
Whoa.
as you mentioned.
So a great energetic start to the night, and we get to reference Jerry Jarrett, who they did pay homage to in the opening of the show. Hall of Famer. Like I said, we all know. I can't believe. If you don't know about Jerry Jarrett, I mean, just go look it up on YouTube and look up the history of Jerry Jarrett and the Jarretts. Double J, and just the lineage of his family is, and you know the deal. A lot of you guys know. We'll talk about him at a later time because there's a lot that you could really talk about as far as Jarrett goes. This big match with Moxley, this crazy match was somewhat entertaining. You knew Moxley was going to end up bleeding. It was just a fucking brutal fight. Which was all right enough. Dude, you seen chains and shit. Then Wardlow cut a promo with JR, and the thing I started, what I thought when Wardlow cut this promo is, listen, I believe him and he's good. But you think about people that cut promos with JR. Mick Foley beats Wardlow. Stone Cold beats Wardlow. The Rock beats Wardlow. And so you realize that Wardlow cuts a good, serious promo, and he was one of the best things about the show tonight was Wardlow. But he just doesn't have that power, that charisma power or that character power that takes over. And I think Briscoe's match also was fun tonight. But again, a lot of stuff lacking, I thought, from the show in a way. I don't know, maybe I was looking for something that couldn't be found. I don't know.
Duncachino?
Don't mind if I do.
What's my name?
Duncachino.
It's a whole new game.
Duncachino.
The $10.
Goodness, I'm your friend. Say hello to my
Julio Scissors.
Saw you creeping in the Picard Season 3 live streams. I'm looking forward to the show.
Yo, I'm always creeping in the Picard. You know what? Listen, I got a lot of friends. I got a lot of Star Trek friends. So dude, I'm ready to go, Julio. Thank you for scissoring me, by the way. Absolutely. I've had a great time. I want to thank everybody who's been reaching out to me about many different things. You guys are great. I am excited tonight. I know that Star Trek Season 1 and 2 of Picard have been awful, and I know there's a lot of people that are going to be coming back to give it a try tonight at 3 a.m. on the East Coast or tomorrow when they wake up, and everybody on the West Coast potentially tonight at midnight. So it's great to be hanging out with all my friends that are Star Trek friends separately from my this channel. And, I'm just hoping it's going to be good, man. I really hope so. I've had the pleasure of speaking to the man that wrote Star Trek Picard Season 3, and he seems like a great guy who loves Star Trek, and I think that Terry is going to do something better and different. I really do believe it. And you know what? If it's not good, then they're still going to keep making all the bad Star Trek. So it's got to be good, and people got to watch it. If it's good and people watch it, we're good. If it's good and no one watches it, then we're not good. If it's bad and everyone watches it, then Star Trek's probably dead. So this is the last chance, in my opinion. So it's got to be good. And it looks like it could be better. So we'll see. Can't wait. Thank you, man, for the donation. I think a lot of people are just like, I mean, listen, I am not somebody who runs away from blood, you know? Runs away from blood. I'm like, cool. I'm down with people bleeding. But it's like, dude, he's bleeding every week. He's not like Ric Flair. He's not like 48 or 58, rather. Remember when Ric Flair would bleed every week on Raw or whatever it was? Like, he had to bleed because that's all he had. You know, I mean, it's not all he had, but I mean, you know what I mean? He was limited as someone in the ring, and it's like, well, what can you do? Well, you can bleed every time you wrestle. And that's what Ric Flair was doing. But you know, he was like, what was he, 58 at the time when he did that? I think he was like 58. I mean, I may not be 100% correct, but I swear to God, I think he was 58. So, if that's the case and he was 58, well, I get it. But like Moxley what is Moxley? He's like my age. So what the hell is Moxley doing? I don't know. This Dynamite, Jordan likes Dynamite better than Raw. Oh, no, wait, he said Dynamite less than Raw. Jordan, the greater than, always goes on the left. So you want to put Raw on the left, Dynamite on the right, and the greater than goes the other way. Just telling you, Jordan, I remember math class. Okay? Hey, Luke Rojas, how you doing, Luke? Did you like my Biff Daddy promo from earlier today? I thought that people would see that and just think, like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And I'm unsubbing. And that is a little bit of what people thought. You know, a lot of people thought I was trying to do Dusty Rhodes. I really wasn't trying to do Dusty Rhodes. I was just trying to do, like, every Southern wrestling promo from 1982, all in one. That's what I was trying to do with this weird-ass promo.
Tell you something, this Sunday night, me and my partner, Willie O'Brien, we about to go down in, we about to do something that you ain't ever seen in a lifetime. Me and my partner, Willie, do something.
I don't know what that was about, like lifting up the shirt. I don't know what that, I'm not really sure what, I think my fingers got stuck on my t-shirt. I don't know why I was like, yo, look at my belly.
About to do something that you ain't ever seen in a lifetime. Me and my partner, Willie O'Brien, we gonna get in the ring now.
Something really racist about this.
We're gonna choke them out. We're gonna beat them down. And we're gonna make sure they don't believe in nothing when we get done with them in the ring.
Wow, Biff Daddy cuts a promo, let me tell you.
You see, when they come in the ring, they think they're all the best in the world. They think that their wives the prettiest. They think their cars are the fastest. They think their body's the best. They think they the best. But when they come into the ring and they mix it up and the chemical reactions start and they face me and my partner Willie, and the thing is, when they leave the ring, they ain't gonna leave the ring the same men they were when they came in.
So when I was doing this in my head, I was like, I wanted to combine like a Southern wrestler with like Jay Lethal, with Ric Flair, with Sid Justice, Psycho Sid. That's why right there, I think you heard a little bit of Psycho Sid, you know. I have half the brains that you do. Like that's the Sid part coming out right there. You know? I had no ability today with my infection in my face that's going on right now, my pain that's going on. I couldn't put out a wrestling news video or do a video even yesterday. So if you noticed, I didn't do anything yesterday. I was so fucked up yesterday. And so like today I was like, well, I'll just be a retard. I'll just do that and put that out for anybody who really cares, and I'll be live for AEW Dynamite. So for the people that are like, why did he do this? And I was waiting for the shower to warm up. A lot of people were mentioning that in the comments. Yes, I wanted the shower to warm up, and I was bored, and I started doing this to myself randomly in the shower. Like, as I was waiting for the shower to warm up, I started just talking like this and ranting, and then I was like, let me turn the camera on, and I'm like, you know what? That looks dumb enough to put up on YouTube.
The ring, because that's what me and my partner would do to people, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right, that's right. I was also channeling... So I was legitimately mixing Ric Flair with Sid Justice, maybe the American Dream, Dusty a little bit, and Bill Cosby. And I don't know if anybody picked up on that, but I was also wondering, like, what would a wrestler, like all these wrestlers mixed together, plus a little bit of Bill Cosby for some reason. And so that's what you're. So if you're wondering what this is, that's really what that's who Biff Daddy really is, you know?
Men they were when they came in the ring, because that's what me and my partner would do to people, yeah. You see, that's what me and my partner would do to people. We break their spirits. We make them realize exactly what they are. We make them look inside their heart. We put out all the nasty, all the flaws, and we expose them, Daddy. That's what we do, is we expose them to the world, Daddy. And when the fact of the matter is, why do I have this much confidence? Because I already seen the talent. I already seen the blueprints. And in my book, Daddy, 2 + 2 = 4. And right now, son, you are 4. But 5 + 5 = survive. 10 is what your old friend Biffy's in the ring, and Biff Daddy, and Willie gonna step in the ring and leave you broken and harmed. Woo!
I mean, we're gonna leave you broken and harmed. You know, I'll be on Discord in just a minute, everybody. Luke Rojas is gonna love the song I made. By the way, I put up this song on. I want to say thank you to Alex, who gave me, he gave over his Twitter account to me. So I'm using I'm now using his Twitter account. He also still has access to it. So we share it on Twitter. And I want to say thank you to him. I put out a funny song about Picard, and the man who created Picard Season 3 actually ended up giving it a like and a LOL. So that's pretty good. And several other key people as well. So thank you. Very nice of you guys. So thank you to him, and I'll talk more about that later. But just to wrap up a little bit here with AEW, I do think that potentially AEW beat WWE. I mean, I think WWE beat AEW this week. I can't believe it, but
There's something going
on. Whoa!
Up in space. There's
the ghost
going on up in this place. There's something weird kinda happening, strange kinda.
We're gonna go to the poll in a minute.
Things are kinda happening. What the fuck is happening? Aliens, extraterrestrials. They gave me a shot. Nanotechnology. I'm not me.
The ghost from the coast is donating.
Not you. I'm fucking crazy. Split personality. Scott McKinnon.
This dynamite was ass.
Whoa. Whoa. The ghost from the coast even jumping off the AEW bandwagon. That's crazy. Jesus, even the ghost from the coast wasn't a fan tonight. Unbelievable. Ghost from the coast with the biggest donation of the stream so far. Thank you. Ghost, thank you so much, man. Thank you, Ghost. He's actually going to knock Soundwave off the board.
You raised a piece of shit.
Show was unmemorable and non-existent. Just like Luke Rojas' sex life.
Oh.
Renee bleeds every 28 days and Moxley bleeds every 7. R.I.P. Raquel Welch.
Yeah.
Probably the top load blower of the 60s.
That's true, man.
Monetize 400 was fantastic.
Yeah, really, rest in peace, Raquel Welch. That is crazy, man. Several people that I know of, kind of, and slightly know-ish, have had interactions over the years with her. You know, and they had little stories about it, and so they told their stories about it, and I had a interesting time today. A few of those people sharing those stories on Twitter and on YouTube, and very, we can talk about that at a later time. Raquel Welch, and of course, Jerry Jarrett, hitting us in the wrestling community, one of the most influential bookers and wrestling families of all time. And obviously earlier we talked about all the crazy stuff that's been happening around the world this week. It's almost unbelievable. And we'll get back to some of that as well. But now, AEW Dynamite tonight, you got my thoughts on it. I'm going to jump over to Discord, and a couple of people in here, a couple haters. Luke Rojas. What's up, Daddy?
What's up, Biff Daddy? Let me tell you something. This is Willie O'Brien.
Let me tell you, Willie O'Brien. Daddy, we gonna fuck up a pack of wolves.
This is Willie O'Brien, my partner, Biff Daddy. We gonna face the big city boys, the Johnson boys. Nah,
dude, wouldn't it be funny if Willie was just a big fat guy who went, yep. Yeah, don't you picture him standing next to him, and he's
I like when you go, the chemical reaction. Like, what the fuck? I thought for a second that was gonna be like the tag team's name, Willie O'Brien, Biff Daddy, chemical reaction, because we like a science experiment gone wrong.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh my god, fucking you should do a video tomorrow with Willie O'Brien.
I should do it with Willie. See, I picture Willie like just being the guy in the background who's like, the southern guy who looks like he's got like retarded or almost, and he just be like this and be like, yep. Yep.
He's got a goatee and a big fat gut, and he's like rubbing his arm while he's like looking like he's got a fist, but he's for some reason rubbing it. Like it's weird.
Yeah, he just keeps itching his face like this.
Or he's the guy who cuts like the terrible promo, and like Biff Daddy's got it like, oh, he don't talk too much. He hurt his head when his mama's goat kicked him straight in the forehead.
Willie, let me tell you something, Willie. Why don't you tell him what we're gonna do to him on Sunday?
And then Willie just goes,
I hate you. Exactly.
I hate Jews.
I hate.
Whoa!
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Well,
I hate you.
Well, it's weird because we're doing a Hanukkah show too.
Oh, well, light a candle for your ass. What'd you think of AEW tonight?
I didn't fucking watch it. I just wanted to call in for that Biff Daddy thing.
Oh.
All right.
Well,
I just want. Literally was so funny because I was right about to get into the shower, and then I was just looking at my phone real quick, and then boom, you by your shower going about Biff Daddy. And I like how you had the shower on. You said, "Oh, I'm just waiting for the shower to warm up." I know why you really had it on, to block out the noise so nobody else in the house hears you going, "Biff Daddy, Willie O'Brien."
No, nobody else was in the house actually. Leah was bringing the kids to school, and I was waking up to go to the dentist to have my weird tooth looked at. And so I was waiting for the shower to get warm, and I started doing that, and I was like, what am I doing? And then I was like, well, I'll put this on YouTube. Most people think it's stupid, but there'll be a few people that I think will laugh at it hysterically. So I was like, all right, I'll put this up.
All right, well, that's all I really had to say. I don't want to stay on too long. It's an AEW show, and I didn't watch.
We'll see you tomorrow for Picard. We'll talk about Picard.
Oh shit, Picard's coming out tomorrow, or did it already come out?
No, it's coming out at 3 a.m.
Okay, so Cody was at the
Yes. So I'm scrolling through my YouTube, Twitter on my Star Trek channel YouTube, and I'm subscribed to a guy who's doing all the interviews at the red carpet. And there's Patrick Stewart, there's Beverly. We're going through Gates, we're going through all the Star Trek people, and I'm binge watching all the Star Trek people. And then I scroll and I see Cody, and I go to skip it because I'm like, oh, it's a wrestling thing. And I'm like, wait, Cody, that's the same background as all the Star Trek people. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so Cody's at the Star Trek premiere, yeah. But I remember
crazy.
He's a big fan. Remember when he was on my show? Me and him talked about Star Trek a bunch.
Yeah, I remember. And I'm just wondering, like, I guess I just didn't think wrestlers still had the pull to get into, like, the premieres and stuff, especially for something that's not related to wrestling. So, I mean, that just shows you the star power that Cody's got.
Well, quite honestly, I got to be honest, dude. I think that if I had met some people that I now know in the Star Trek world, maybe like a month or two ago, I think I could have been at that.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have been interviewed on the red carpet.
That's true. Yeah, I wouldn't be interviewing me. That's right.
With your fucking fake captain shirt and your puka shell necklace and hat.
I just thought it was great to see. I know Cody's such a super fan, man. So like that was cool to see Cody on there. It was so weird, man. It's like I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, Cody Rhodes, a guy who I've interviewed on my show, and me and him have talked about how we love Star Trek. I love Star Trek, and I'm watching the Star Trek premieres that only like 60 other people have seen. There's like videos have 60 views, and then there's Cody, and I'm like, why the fuck? It's such a... But to be honest, it hurt my heart a little bit because it shows me how small the Star Trek community has really become when you think about it, that it's such a small community
It is
now.
starting to dwindle. I would say that it's probably closer to the wrestling community in size than pretty much most of the big giant franchises. I mean, really, that is kind of sad, but I mean, it's nobody but Star Trek's fault. I mean, They didn't make a show. They didn't make a show for 10 years or so. They made movies that I don't think were bad, but just weren't very Star Trek feeling and weren't going to appeal to hardcore fans. And then they made horrible show after horrible show after horrible show.
Did you watch
some meat?
Did you watch Raw Monday?
Yeah, I thought it was all right.
So I think Raw, I know you didn't really watch AEW night, but I think Raw beat AEW. And according to what some of the people out there are, the poll, I think a lot of the people are kind of agreeing with that.
Yeah, Raw was it's like you said, it started out really good, but like what I don't understand, and I know this isn't a Raw review, so I'll try to keep it short, even though people bring up AEW all the time during WWE reviews. Why the fuck would Bianca face Becky and Bayley? Why would she face them at all? And not for the title? Like, what's the purpose of a triple threat match with the champion if the championship isn't on the line? Like, what stakes is there for her whether or not they get a spot in the Elimination Chamber? Also, why was Bayley even in the match when she lost in the steel cage match a week prior?
None of that made sense. It was because it was literally like they wanted a main event on Raw. That's the answer.
Well, don't you think it would have been just better to just be like, you know what? Well, I want to get to WrestleMania, and it looks like I'm going to have that women's championship to do it. Like, that's the only justification you needed. Why this stupid, well, I'll get added to the Elimination Chamber. I'll get added, even though none of them got added anyway.
Right.
So you might as well just made it a championship match.
You know, another thing that I want to tell everybody about is Christopher Daniels' eye is never going to not be black anymore. I mean, it's still dark black. Have you seen, like, his eye is still black.
What is he, fucking Michael Corleone from Godfather?
Yeah, man. He looks like Kano from fucking Mortal Kombat.
Well, you know what's funny? AJ a few years ago, like, remember he got like a chair thrown at his face.
Yeah.
And he had that like red bruise on his face for like 5 weeks.
Well, I remember that, but that was like, you know, this is now we're over a year and a half, I think, for Christopher Daniels.
Wow.
Or longer.
See, I don't really keep up with AEW at all, so I didn't
eye.
even know about it.
He was out there tonight. His eye still looks like that. Now, I don't know if he's lost vision or what that is, but, dude, it hasn't gone away since the injury. And I remember he got injured on TV. I don't remember.
Oh, my God, his eye is black.
It's still black. He was out there tonight, and it's still black. I was thinking the other day, Hey, I wonder if Christopher Daniels' eye has gotten better. It hasn't. I mean, I wonder if he can see out of it.
That looks like contacts.
You think it's a gimmick now? He's turned it into a gimmick? You think it's...
Yeah, because that eye looks completely fake, to be quite honest with you. I mean, that looks like an anime character
I know.
or something.
Dude, I'm telling you, I saw him tonight, is black. Now, and again, maybe that's turned into a gimmick, but bro, it was...
Yeah, like they should do something with that where he's got like the eye patch on or whatever, and you think that like, oh, he can't really see too good. Like him coming out being like, I can't really see too good. I don't know if I'll ever be able to wrestle again. And then a guy I don't know, he turns on him, but like all of a sudden his eye works and he like takes out the eye contact and he hits the guy in the back of the head or something.
Oh,
I don't know. That would be...
Maybe it is a gimmick. I think it's a gimmick.
You think so?
Yeah, because
I
got a picture of him on April 1st, 2022 at a con. And, oh no, maybe the camera's mirrored. I bet you the camera's mirrored. Because his eye, it's the wrong eye here. The eye's the wrong eye. But I bet you the camera is actually mirrored. So that's why it looks like it's the wrong eye. Well, we can tell by looking at these photos. Yeah, that writing is
how did he get it originally?
He got hurt in a match on TV. I remember it. He had blood. He was fucked up. It was televised. And I remember he was going to be out of action for a while, and I saw his eye the next day, and I was like, oh, my God, bro, he's fucked. But then it never... I don't know. Maybe it's a gimmick. Maybe I'm being worked. Maybe he's glamming me. Like,
fucking idiot, Cronin.
I know. Maybe I'm a dummy.
7-hour stream.
No, the people are saying it's real. So
that's crazy. That is a crazy fucking injury, bro. Well, I'm gonna head out.
All right.
We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do each other later. I mean, we'll do Picard tomorrow.
All right.
And we'll fuck.
Yeah, we'll talk about Picard tomorrow. I can't wait to see what episode 1 is, and also. You don't need it. You don't need it done. Fuck it.
Hey, reach for the stars.
Reach for the stars. See you, Luke. What's up, Jennifer? What did you think of AEW? If you're here, you may not be here. It's okay if you're not. I don't think she's here yet. Let me reset my thing. Jennifer Muppet Baby, you are on Discord hold. I'll be right there. I don't think it's a gimmick, Joe, but he was using it for an angle. Yeah, I remember that. I wouldn't think he would still do it. But yeah, his eye is really jacked up. If you haven't seen Christopher Daniels, I mean, he was out there tonight. You can see he was black. Black eye on Christopher Daniels. It's a nasty injury. I remember when it happened. Like I said, it was bad. It was bad when it happened, and I don't know what causes that to never heal and to be that bad and gruesome. Like, it is gruesome. It's rough. It's a rough injury, man. Jennifer Muppet Baby hasn't been speaking. I think she's muted or maybe having trouble with her connection. Sometimes that happens to her. Rihanna's, that's a terrible name. I can't even say that. That's terrible. I won't even do that to her. I know she was dressed up like Satan at the Super Bowl or whatever, but I cannot say that about Rihanna and a baby. I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. I didn't really like the Super Bowl performance, really. I usually do. I'm not actually hard to please as far as the Super Bowl performances go, but I just didn't like it that much. Look at the poll. 267 votes so far since putting it up just a few minutes ago. 26% say bad. 30% say blah, which I'll give. So, man, tonight got a thumbs down for the first time in a long, long, long time. Somebody tell me the time that this show didn't get that much of a thumbs down. This is a big thumbs down. Oh, she'd already given birth. Yeah. Well, that happens after you give birth. The stomach doesn't just fall away. takes a little bit to work it off. So she had the baby, what, was it 2 weeks ago? I thought I heard that. And then I thought someone said that wasn't true. So I wasn't sure 100%. But guys, if you guys could do me a favor and click that like button and get us to 100 likes, man. We need to get to 100 likes. I mean, this is fucked up, bro. So yeah, tonight I'm going to give AEW a 5 out of 10. And I'm going to give this week Raw has beaten AEW. I also want to shout out all the donations so far in February. A big shout out to the top dog with the gold star, SITH NEGAN, at $500. SITH NEGAN's the top dog there, the top tipper of the month. And Ghost from the Coast in second place with 202. Allison Tukwab in third, technically. And then Arushin Chu with the 150. Drew Bar 100. Nick Ross, the Soundwave 92. Excel Bonilla. Vincent Wolf, George Romero Zombies. Colonel Stutters in number 10. And thanks to MaxMax69, who became a $10 patron on my Patreon, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. If you guys are not a patron of mine, so much stuff goes down on there, it's almost unbelievable. And so much more stuff is coming to Patreon this month. New stuff. My morning podcast is returning with special guests here or there. Please check out the Patreon. There's literally just fucking hundreds of podcasts that you may have never heard from, like when my show was even certainly better than now. It was amazing. I mean, there's Morning Madness. There's Corrupted podcasts. There's other wrestling posts, me and my wife, note to selves, and the list goes on. Look at the list of other shows, dude. So much stuff. Most of it's involving me in some capacity, but a lot of it's different stuff. And over 150 songs of mine. So much shit. It's all on Patreon. And you can get access to almost all of it for just $5 a month on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And then if you really want to help the show and keep my show alive, you can become a $25 producer and get your name on the producers list, which you do see in the description box down below. The all-time producers list and the monthly Patreon associate producers list. So just want to plug all that. The women tonight did all right enough, but I just wasn't into a lot of stuff. Even the MJF promo wasn't so hot tonight. But it had its moments.
But you're not so honest about yourself, Brian. See, these people, they don't love you.
By the way, let's talk about nice watch, MJF. I'm loving the watch. Matching the gold around the waist, isn't it? I like it.
I love the man you portray when you walk through that curtain.
Did I mention Moxley bled tonight? Again.
Because in real life, you're just like all of them. A worthless sack of trash. In real life, you have taken everything you have been given for granted, but I'm not here to talk about how much of a horrible human being you are. No, that's not the only reason why I hate you, Brian. I hate you because you have these people convinced that you're better than me? Me! When that couldn't be further from the truth. And let me guess, you people think Bryan Danielson's the best in the world, don't you? And why's that, huh? In your super professional opinion, why is it? Is it because he entertains you the best? Yeah? Is it because he does the coolest maneuvers and holds?
Ooh, does he?
Is it because he puts on 5-star bangers? Little secret, guys, that's not why we get into this business. We get into this business for one reason only, and it is to become world champion. And last time I checked, the only way you know you're the best in the world is if you're the man that's holding the AEW World Heavyweight Championship And whether you guys realize it or not, that is something Bryan Danielson has never been able to accomplish. Now, Bryan, I'm not an idiot. On March 5th at Revolution for 1 hour, I know you're gonna give me everything you got. You're gonna put on the performance of a lifetime for these people. You are going to use every trick out of your sleeve that you picked up in Japan and Mexico and UK and Canada. And you are going to put me through the hardest match of my life. But know this. After those 60 minutes are up, after that clock strikes 0, I will be victorious.
I mean, again, a good promo from MJF. It's just not, it wasn't like one of his absolute like just bombs and explosions and whatever you want to say. But it was good. You know. Moxley's face is going to look like, you know, like the Butcher. I mean, not the Butcher. What the fuck? God damn it, man. I can't, sometimes I just can't remember people's names, you know, and that's called probably a tumor in my head. But, you know, good Lord, what? Abdullah the Butcher. There we go. Abdullah the Butcher. This guy's head. I mean, every week it's become a thing. He's bleeding. You know, Baron Corbin gets rolled up all the time. Jon Moxley bleeds every week. I mean, dude, can you imagine if Jon Moxley has a pay-per-view match and doesn't bleed? You're going to be like, what the hell? What's wrong with this match? If Moxley has a pay-per-view match and doesn't bleed, you're going to be like, dude, this ain't a pay-per-view. I expect Jon Moxley to be bleeding all over himself. Yeah, New Jack, Abdullah the Butcher, Dusty had a pretty jacked up head. I mean, they kind of figured out to cut themselves a little better nowadays, but you know what I mean. I mean, it's going to be it's going to look a little rough over there. You know? It's going to look rough. $100,000 a blade, says 904. That's a good point. Since the guy's getting paid like $6 million. You know, one of the highest paid guys, $6 million freaking dollars, dude. Absolutely crazy. That's some crazy shit. So tonight, I'm going to give AEW Dynamite a 5 out of 10. I think that Monday Night Raw actually beat it tonight. I can't believe I'm saying that. Christian came back. He had the sling on. You knew he wasn't hurt and anymore, and it was a trick, and somehow Jungle Boy didn't know that. Fucking idiot. Made Jungle Boy look like a moron tonight. I mean, every person here watching knew the guy wasn't really hurt anymore, probably, and Jungle Boy fell for it, or whatever you want to call it. So it is what it is. Another women's main event that's like whatever. Just not great tonight for me. Not great tonight for me for AEW. The ratings show it. All this stuff shows it. It didn't hit tonight. It was all right enough to watch in a way, not like a 3-hour terrible Raw, but it just did not hit for me. I couldn't bring myself to it. So that being said, that's my review, man. I want to thank the people, you guys, for joining me tonight and hanging out. And, we did about an hour. I'm still kind of sick and having trouble with the speaking tonight, so I'm going to get some sleepy sleep. Star Trek Picard is airing tonight, as you guys heard me say. So I will either be asleep. I'll probably be asleep and watch it tomorrow. And if I'm sicker tomorrow than I was today, I don't know what I'll do. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how SmackDown goes on Friday night. Guys, Elimination Chamber is Saturday, right? I'm not crazy, right? Elimination Chamber is Saturday, right? Am I not crazy or insane? I mean, I know I am, but I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're talking Saturday, right, for Elimination Chamber? Because there's a lot going on if that's the case. So, we'll see what happens. Raw Man, how you doing, man? SmackDown is in Montreal. That's going to be big in Montreal, man. Can you imagine what it's going to sound like for Sami Zayn? I will say it a million times until WrestleMania. I really do believe Sami Zayn will be screwed somehow by the Usos, lose to Roman, and then the night of WrestleMania with Roman Reigns versus Cody at the end, the Usos will attempt to interfere when the referee is down, and then Sami Zayn's music is going to hit. And he's going to hit the ring and help Cody. You know, he won't help him win, but he'll eliminate the Usos potentially. Maybe he will do something to Reigns. I don't know. But at some point after all that, then Cody will hit the crossroads and the family dream will come true. That would be my call, by the way. The family dream will come true for Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. That's the way I would write it. So that's the way I want to say it's going to happen. Maybe I'm wrong and something different will go down, but that's the way I see it happening. That's the way I would write it. And then Roman and Sami Zayn can have their issues going forward maybe after. And at some point, Cody Rhodes, will be defending the belt all over the place, whatever he does. Maybe he'll unify them into the Winged Eagle Classic title. We'll see what happens. But tonight, man, I want to say thank you to everybody who donated. Rihanna, the Ghost from the Coast, Julio Scissors, the Soundwave 92, JJP, and everybody who became a patron on Patreon.com. There's the link in the chat for my Patreon if you guys want to help out. We really could use extra help, but I know everybody's tough times. But if you can, please support the show and go to Patreon.com and become a patron. Love to shout you out coming up. Remember, you guys can leave super thanks all the time down below on all my videos. You can hit the heart button and leave super thanks money in my video, and it will put your name in color. And I will pin you to the top of those videos. And I will respond to all those questions, comments, and super thanks if you guys really, really want to support this channel. Thank you, King Mundo. How you doing, man? 904 Pinball, guys. You guys are the best. I wish I could be live longer, but my jaw and my pain and my issue is happening. It's really pretty kind of bad. And I got to get up early in the morning, potentially, if I can make it to do some work tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Thank you for being here either way tonight. I will catch you tomorrow. And again, for all you Star Trek people who are staying up till 3 a.m. to see Star Trek, enjoy that. Or unless it's terrible, like all the other Star Trek has been. Otherwise, I'll be talking about it tomorrow on my other stuff. John Moxley bled again. He bladed again. And we have almost 300 votes on the poll. And the poll is incredibly negative towards AEW. It's one of the most negative AEW polls we've seen in a while. It's still not even that bad. It's not even on that crazy WWE level, but I will say that it looks like as far as you guys go and I go, WWE Raw beat AEW for the first time in a long time. Keep it hard, everybody. I hope you guys all have a safe week. I'll see you at some point tomorrow, and I will see you Friday night for Throwdown. And I will see you Saturday night for Elimination Chamber.
You just made the list.